We often view the ancient world through the lens of absolute rulers, commanding completely helpless populations.
But in the year 1157 BCE, a sudden shift permanently shattered this historical illusion.
Deep in the New Kingdom of Egypt, an unprecedented domestic crisis pushed the state to its absolute limit.
The imperial administration was celebrating the 29th year of a long, historic royal reign. While the court prepared massive grand festivals, the ground-level reality was dangerously fracturing out of sight. The forces tasked with building the afterlife of the state were about to rewrite human history. Nestled in a secluded desert valley stood a highly specialized, secure community of creators. These were not common laborers. They were the most elite draftsmen, sculptors, and architects in the country. Their sole, high-stakes responsibility was engineering the hyper-complex royal tombs inside the valley.
In an economy operating entirely without physical coinage, these masters were compensated directly with vital raw commodities.
Every single month, the state delivered fixed rations of wheat, fresh barley, oil, and clean water. This material bond held the society stable until the complex imperial bureaucracy began to completely fail.
Due to systemic trade disruptions and local official mismanagement, the critical monthly grain deliveries suddenly stopped.
2 weeks passed, then an entire full month. The state granaries remained entirely locked to the community. The creators appealed directly to local authorities, receiving nothing but empty administrative promises.
By the second consecutive month of scarcity, it was deeply affecting the isolated valley households.
We are facing absolute depletion. Our silence will only enable our decline.
On the morning of the next delay, they made a choice that had no historical precedent.
They walked completely away from the darkness of the tombs and moved out into the daylight. Crossing the sacred perimeter, the organized workforce headed directly toward the grand administration temples.
They arrived at the main outer gates, the absolute center of regional economic power.
By coming over the central plaza, their message was unmistakable. The work would not continue without sustenance. The imperial temple administrators were utterly paralyzed by this display of quiet defiance. For the first time since the dawn of the monuments, the literal infrastructure of royal construction stood still.
The temple scribes, recognizing that a prolonged stoppage would permanently derail the royal timeline.
They attempted to resolve the problem by offering a small, temporary fraction of emergency provisions.
The workforce completely rejected the minor offering, demanding their full, legally promised monthly supply.
By the third continuous day of the occupation, the peaceful protest had completely locked down the temple complex. Recognizing the irreplaceable value of the creators, the court surrendered and formally unlocked the primary reserves.
Every single ounce of delayed grain was systematically packed, weighed, and delivered back to the village.
The entire historic confrontation was meticulously recorded onto a papyrus sheet by an eyewitness scribe.
Known today as the Strike Papyrus, this fragile document stands as a monument to human leverage.
It proved that even in the most absolute hierarchies, specialized capability can completely alter the balance of power. The state owned the land, but the creators entirely owned the unique knowledge required to manifest the structures. With their terms fully met, the tools were collected and the architectural pipeline resumed. They left behind a clear, timeless record showing that true influence is always forged out of high-end competency.
True leverage is built on value. When you master a vital skill, your participation becomes an irreplaceable asset.